Side Chick Association. We are not the main dish, but we are the most delicious. Amaka, the ex-president of the Side Chick Association, walked into the hotel room and saw her husband there, loved up with an older lady. Amaka was so pained. All her life, she had been the side chick to people's husbands. But when the same happened to her, she couldn't take it. It all started in a small town called Okirika, where Amarachi grew up. She had always been a bright and bold girl. Her future would have been so bright if she was given birth to in a responsible home. But she wasn't. She was given birth to in a broken family, where her parents argued day and night for reasons that could have been avoided. Amaka always wondered why her parents got married to each other in the first place, because they were never in good terms. It made her cry so much as a kid. But as she grew up, she got to know why her parents constantly argued and why her mother was always crying in secret. It was because her dad was a very big cheat. He went after everything wearing a skirt. He never provided for his family. He used all of his money to lodge ladies in hotels, and they did the do. Her mother was already used to it. When Amaka found out about her father's bad habits, she was always angry whenever she asked her father for school fees and he said he didn't have money, yet she saw him in restaurants drinking wine with his table filled and several ladies tipping him. Her friends would always tease her and say, "Amaka, why does your dad follow so many women? He behaves like a womanizer. That's so bad. Talk to him." Amaka would go home and cry with her mom whenever her friends said this. She begged him to be responsible, but he ignored them. Alcohol was his favorite thing to do, along with chasing after different ladies. Because of her dad, Amaka disliked the beautiful ladies in their town. She thought they seduced her father, but her father was the one at fault, not them. He lacked self-control and didn't respect his wife. Amaka grew up with loss of faith towards marriage. The incident that broke the camel's back happened on a sunny afternoon. Amaka walked inside her mother's room and was shocked to see her gasping for air. She was terrified. With the help of neighbors, her mother was taken to the hospital. They told Amaka to pay a huge amount of money before her mother would be treated. Amaka searched for her dad everywhere in town to beg him for money for her mother's treatment. It took a very long time, and when she eventually found him, he was drinking with his drunkard friends, with too many ladies around him. "Father, mother is in the hospital," she cried. "We need to make a deposit so she can be treated." Her father didn't understand anything she was saying. He was so drunk and he yelled, "Leave me. I have no money." She begged the ladies next to him, but they ignored her too. Amaka was still begging her father when the news got to her that her mother had died. She ran to the hospital, but it was too late. Her mother died with all her potential, all because of her father. The burial was done. Her father acted remorseful. But deep down, Amaka knew he was pretending because of the townspeople. Immediately after the burial, her father bought so much alcohol and started drinking, forgetting that he just lost his wife. His concubines were also there. It was just Amaka now. She didn't even consider her father as family anymore. The incident shaped her into a very cold and bitter person, and she vowed to take revenge on all of the ladies that caused her mother pain in her marriage, if that was the last thing she would do. Few years later, Amaka grew into a very beautiful lady with the perfect shape. It was time for her revenge. Most of the ladies that were always with her father were now married. Amaka made it her ambition to always walk around their houses every day. She saw the way they admired her, even in front of their wives. She didn't care. She invested so much in her appearance. She was the only lady in Okirika that knew how to do proper makeup. The men started making advances towards her. She didn't reject them, and she didn't accept them. But she enabled them all. "I can't be with a married man. Leave your wife and come to me," she said to them all. The men started yelling at their various wives, Can't you dress like Amaka? Can't you do this like Amaka? Can't you do that like Amaka? It became so tough for the town ladies. So many of their husbands were leaving them at this point. They confronted Amaka, but she laughed in their faces, saying it served them right. The women got so angry and reported the issue to the king. After investigations, all evidence proved Amaka guilty. The king angrily sent her out of the town. Amaka relocated to the city with the help of her secondary school classmates. She started staying with Adis. Amaka went round the city streets, eyeing married men. She got offers from single men, but she turned them down. She was obsessed with married men. Soon, she had sugar daddies who spoiled her with cars, houses, and money. She became so big in the city that ladies begged her to show them the way. That's how she started the Side Chick Association, training young girls to target rich married men. Their slogan was, "We are not the main dish, but we are the most delicious." The ladies ruined so many marriages. Even when wives cried and begged them to leave their husbands, they ignored. They laughed about those messages during their meetings. Amaka herself ruined the marriage of a rich businessman, Chief Bello, who even wanted to divorce his wife for her. Years went by. On her birthday, Amaka threw a big party. Her personal assistant, Ngozi, gave her an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Ngozi was like a younger sister to her, and Amaka always said she would take over the Side Chick Association. That night, Amaka met Chinedu, a handsome single man. At first, she ignored him, but he proved himself wealthy. They started dating. For the first time, Amaka fell in love. Chinedu proposed, they married in Abuja, and soon Amaka became pregnant. But after 2 years, Chinedu changed. He stayed out late, ate outside, and acted distant. One day, Amaka followed him to a hotel and caught him with Ngozi, her own assistant, making out. "Chinedu, I'm carrying your child," she cried. But Chinedu was cold. Ngozi laughed and said, "I'm just following your footsteps. Side Chick Association, we are not the main dish, but we are the most delicious." Amaka broke down in pain. Chinedu later brought divorce papers, saying, "I'm in love with Ngozi. We can co-parent." Amaka cried bitterly. She realized she had become the same thing she hated. And just like that, she became a divorced single mother.